Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are from Margila Hills. We are in the beautiful Margila Hills in Islamabad. I'm with a colleague, a friend, a like-minded person. I've just arrived from Scotland where I live, and Wilma, my colleague, my friend, she's a journalist as well like me. As soon as she found out I was in Islamabad, she contacted me and she said, "Oh, you have to meet." And as soon as she said that, my journalistic hat was on, and I said, "Yeah, we'll meet. We'll have breakfast in Lona. We'll let our viewers see the beautiful, place, Margila Hills, and we'll talk about Pakistan, Islamabad." Wilma is from Amsterdam, Netherlands. And she lives in Pakistan. She always tells me how happy she is in Pakistan. She loves Pakistan. And in Scotland, when I speak with my Scottish friends and my colleagues, and I say to them, "Look, Pakistan is beautiful. Come over, stay with me, stay at my parents' house, and we'll take you around." They want to, but sometimes this negative, publicity about Pakistan in the media, so they're a bit scared. So it was on my to-do list that when I am in Islamabad, I'll speak with Wilma, who's a European woman who lives in Islamabad with her daughter. She loves Islamabad, she loves Pakistan. She travels a lot around Pakistan. She's been to Sufi Melas in Sindh. She's explored a lot of areas in Punjab, KP, and she tells me that she feels safe. So, Wilma, assalamu alaikum. Good
Walaikum
morning.
assalam.
Are you happy to see me?
I'm very happy to see you. I miss you a lot.
Yeah, I miss you too, and I miss Islamabad. So, you heard what I just said. You've been in Islamabad for years?
Yes.
And you travel a lot. You write reports, you make reports for radio as well. So what would you say to people who are watching this, especially people in Europe? Because one of the aims of Radio News Network is to promote tourism to Pakistan, from Scotland, from European countries. So what's your view about life in Pakistan, or if somebody's coming to visit Pakistan as a tourist, what would you say to them?
Now, just look at CNN. It was not always the nicest channel about Pakistan. But in the new year, they had a very remarkable article. Is that CNN said that Pakistan is in the top 10 countries where we, European, Western people, have to go this year. Because of the beauty. Because of the landscape, and also because of the people. It was also last year already a backpackers organization in London. They even put Pakistan on number 1. And not only because the nature, but also because they say the people are so nice, the people are so friendly. Where you are coming, they always invite you for their tea, and if you don't have a place to stay, you can stay. Can you imagine? You are in Scotland and you're driving there at night and you can't find a place to stay. Do you think there is anyone who offer you a glass of whiskey, milk, tea, or tell you can stay there for the night?
Probably not.
No, but here in Pakistan it will happen. And I will tell you about security. I'm here with my daughter. She's a teenager. I would never bring her to one of the most dangerous countries in the world if it was really true. And we just go in our car. I explore Pakistan in my little car with my daughter and the Google map, and we go. Do I look so stupid that I would do that if Pakistan was so dangerous?
It's a perception, isn't it? Okay, there are some problems, but
don't we do have them in Europe?
In Europe.
Look, last week in my country, in Utrecht, what just in the morning people went to their work. Somebody started shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. Problems are everywhere,
yes.
But again, like you're saying, it's the media, the media, Western media, and maybe to some extent our own media has played a very kind of, negative part in creating this perception about Pakistan.
But let's have a good discussion. Do you think it's the media? Because there are so many Pakistanis who are living abroad. They are born here in Pakistan, and not everyone is born in Islamabad. There are so many Pakistanis also in Scotland who are from the rural areas. They know how beautiful Pakistan is. Do they really need a media to, or beautiful stories about Pakistan to go there?
But I'll give you example of my Scottish friends or my colleagues, acquaintances. They know me, so they know Pakistan through me. But maybe what I tell them is not enough, because this is like human psyche. They trust the media more than their own friend. That's my experience.
Is it also not to do, and now I become a little bit rude perhaps, is it also not a little bit snobbish that you are a part of a gang, a group? If you can say, I spent my holiday in Switzerland, or I went to Paris, or I went to the mountains. How often I have a discussion with Pakistanis, it's hilarious.
Yes.
And they tell me they've been to Austria.
Yeah.
I say, oh, but it's so artificial. If you compare the mountains in Skardu, Kilkit, Hunza with the mountains in Switzerland or Austria, it's so artificial.
Yes.
Here it's so pure and so beautiful.
Pristine, untouched, you're right. And some of my colleagues, my friends who love going to the Alps for skiing, I do say to them, we have skiing opportunities in Pakistan. And some people are so surprised because they don't know. So I think it would be good for us, Pakistanis, to promote Pakistan as a tourist destination. And when I went back to Scotland, as you know, Wilma, I set up a Scottish chapter of Radio News Network, and that's one of the aims of the Radio News Network Scottish chapter, to promote cultural and commercial ties between Scotland and Pakistan, and promote tourism as well. I want to focus big time on promoting tourism, and also the Scottish Pakistanis as well, because Scottish Pakistanis who are living there for many, many generations, the younger generation who was born and brought up there, not many
been here in
like
Pakistan.
to visit Pakistan, and they would rather go to other European countries or America or Canada, because they don't know how beautiful Pakistan is, and there's so much to explore.
Oh, you can explore,
beautiful landscapes. We have so much history in Pakistan to explore. There's religious tourism as well, shrines. I mean, you name it, you've got it. You want to have a desert experience, you can have that as well. You want to go for skiing, mountain climbing, everything is at
Everything is here. The only thing that if people ask me what do you miss in Pakistan, then I say the Dutch cheese. Because now there's a high import amount on cheese, and for the rest I can buy everything here.
So maybe that's something you need to focus on as well. Popularize Dutch cheese in Pakistan. I want to bring Tunnocks tea cakes to Pakistan. Tunnocks is a Scottish company. They were established in, I think, 19th century, and since then they've been making tea cakes and tablet. These are Scottish sweets, traditional, very Scottish. But when I was living here from 2016 to 2018, I tried to find Tunnocks tea cakes in Islamabad, in cafes and shops, but I couldn't. So this is one of my missions that I should bring.
I do the cheese and you do the cakes.
Dutch cheese and Tunnocks tea, Scottish Tunnocks tea cakes in Islamabad in Pakistan. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes, yes.
So you've traveled a lot, Wilma. Name 3 places that you just fell in love with and you want to go there again and again and again in Pakistan.
Oh, I'm really in love with this Hunza Valley. I think everybody who went there. I remember the first time I went there with my daughter, and in the morning we went up very early and we were walking in the cherry orchard. You just pick them from the tree, and you live in Scotland how expensive they are in the summer. Yeah. Just a small. So we were eating like little children. What I also really like is it's just very simple. It's your rural area. Like yesterday, we went to Jhelum, to this fort.
Rotas.
Yes, it's from the Mulko area. It's so impressive. Even if you see it on the pictures, it's not enough if you go there. We took the road nearby the Jhelum River. Oh, we stopped every time to make pictures of the Sufi shrines, just the cows, just the meadows, the yellow flowers.
See the way you're
Sometimes,
about these
sometimes
things,
I think
it's
when I'm
just from
getting,
your heart, and to me, it feels that you just really, you're happy here. You
Yes.
love Pakistan.
But you don't have to go far. If you are coming from abroad, you don't have to go the whole way to Hunza if you don't want to go. Look where we are sitting here now in the mountains of
Beautiful
Islamabad.
Yes.
Well, I'm talking about this fort. You have this Hindu temples. It's 1.5 hour by car from Islamabad. But you asked me from the third place. The third place. I can't. Every time when I go to Lahore, I go there. It's the old city, and with money from abroad, they have started now renovating the old city. It's your history. That's what I think. Sometimes it's so painful to see. If the first time I came to the old city, that was in 2006, I was in a shock. It was almost gone. And now they have started with, also with the Aga Khan Foundation, this whole wall of the fort, bringing all the scholars back. You can walk for hours in this old city, the markets, the place where you can drink tea, the food street. You're Pakistanis, even abroad you are fond of food. You can get, the food there is amazing.
Absolutely. Amazing and hygienic as well. I mean, I've been to Lahore several times, and I've had lunches, dinners in the food street, and I've never had any issues.
I'm sometimes sick in the more Western. I'm not going to mention any name, but sometimes I get sick in the more Western restaurants here in Islamabad, because they sell you the chicken from 3 days before. But if you go to the Lahore, even the simple dabas,
all fresh.
Even these dabas at the roadside where you can have the roti dal, you never will become sick because they are cooking the whole day and it's
all fresh.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you were telling me about your visit to the shrine in Sindh. How was that experience?
That was great. That was great because it's a part of a book that I'm writing about shrines. It's more about the shrine is the example of the symbol of tolerance in Pakistan, because your roots are in Sufism.
Sufi, absolutely.
And if you go to many shrines, now they have the rule, women have to cover their heads and you have a special entrance, and sometimes even if you go to the Bari Imam, you can't even come close to the graveyard of the Sufi, because it's only for men. But if you go to this Lal Shahbaz Qalandar, it's such a good example.
No gender segregation.
No, and Hindus are thinking it's their Sufi. Christians are thinking, Muslims are thinking. So there you will not find all the religions together, but all the genders. I was so impressed by these women who didn't cover their hair. They were dancing. They were completely getting out of their mind.
And what a beautiful example of diversity. That's how you embrace and celebrate diversity. I think we've kind of, in Pakistan, unfortunately, moved away from Sufism and diversity, and I so wish we can go back to our roots, like you said, tolerant, society.
Because it is
diverse societies.
Yeah.
So you intend to maybe make Pakistan your home?
Now the problem is a little bit. My daughter is finished in 3 years here, so then she has to make a decision where she has to go. I'm not seeing her that she wants so much to go to the West. And don't forget, universities here in Pakistan are also good.
Absolutely.
But the school where she's going, I think it's even better than in the Netherlands, to be honest. So I'm a little bit, it's my home. If I'm going out of Pakistan, where is my other home? I don't have another home now, then I'm homeless. I don't want to go back to Europe. Because there, but let me tell another thing what I really like about the Pakistanis. If it's Monday, 5 o'clock in the evening, and I think I'm bored, I want to meet a friend, I just call a friend. And there's always somebody say, hey, come over. If I call in the Netherlands at 5 o'clock a friend, they will say, we are cooking now, the children have to go to football, we have to sport, and my husband is blah, 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 blah. Can we do it in 2 weeks?
Yes, absolutely. Life's very mechanical, isn't it?
Yeah.
also
Life is life.
life is life. And in Europe, we know there's a lot of problems with mental health and because of isolation.
Yeah.
People are isolated, and which is obviously causing. So yeah, beautiful.
And then you come
country.
back. You come back. If
Yeah,
I stay here, then you come
You
back.
find me a job in Pakistan. I've been there for
No,
almost 27
we already
years.
have the job. You are going to import your cheesecake. I'm going to import the cheese, or we can make it by ourselves.
Absolutely, become businesswomen. Eh?
Yeah.
No, but our prime minister, you know, when he came into power, he said he'll create so many hundreds and thousands of jobs, and people from abroad will come to Pakistan. And now people from abroad want to come to Pakistan and, you know, contribute to the Pakistani society. We've been like people like myself who've been abroad. We've learned so much. We've got all these skills that we can bring to Pakistan.
And now is the time. Now you should do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But where are those jobs? If there's, you know, amongst those hundreds and thousands of jobs, if there's one for me, then yeah.
There must be. There. People are waiting for you. Pakistan needs smart, beautiful, and intelligent women like you.
Absolutely, and like you as well, Wilma. Thank you so much for talking to me, talking to RNN. It's been lovely, you know, seeing you again after 10 months.
Yes.
And hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Anything you would like to say then? Pakistan, Zindabad.
Zindabad.